Let's talk about Rhianna's boyfriend is on trial. Do you know who Rhianna's boyfriend is?
ASAP Rocky.
Wait, I don't know anything about this.
Yeah.
I
What
didn't know
for?
until Tom told me.
Tom, give me the juice.
He's on trial for assault with a semi-automatic weapon. He shot at a friend. Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to another exciting TomCast episode. The lovely Morgan is with us.
Hey, Tom.
Hi, Morgan. How are you today?
I'm great.
On this Thursday, January 30th.
I sweat on the way here, so the heat is back.
Yeah, the heat is back. 70, is it 78 today?
70.
Hot.
Yeah.
Molly is here. Hi, Molly.
I'm back out of
Yeah, you're
retirement,
back,
guys.
yeah.
I'm back
Yeah,
for another
our
episode.
fans were complaining.
Yeah,
you know.
right? Don't worry. I listened and I'm back.
Like, what happened to that Molly chick? I was like,
Oh, is that, is that how it went? All right.
my drink today is water.
Oh,
Lame.
and a red Solo cup.
Now,
Something's
is this a red
fishy.
Solo cup or a knockoff?
That's definitely an off-brand.
Right, because the real ones are horizontal, right? Not
Well, they're
vertical.
taller, and they don't have as many ridges.
Right.
What products do you guys think knockoffs are just as good?
Boy.
Like, I think these is no different than a red Solo
I
cup.
can't even
I would
think
say
of...
like Dayquil.
Oh,
I
all
would-
of the medicines,
yeah.
like even the Advils and stuff.
Right. I'm not picky about that.
The Publix brand of kettle corn is better than the main popcorn. And me and
Really?
Trey
Morgan's a
just...
big popcorn eater.
Well, Trey's huge. When Trey's not eating carbs, he eats 3 bags of popcorn a night, which is actually like almost 300 grams of carbs, which is fucking
Okay.
hilarious. But anyways, I got the off-brand kettle corn, the Publix one, and it's way better than like whatever that normal blue box of popcorn is.
Okay.
Just saying.
I would say toilet paper and paper towels are not.
No, you need high quality.
You gotta get the real stuff.
You
I
need the Bounty that
Charmin,
tears
the
in
Bounty-
half.
Yeah. Exactly.
The Publix brand paper towels are like friggin' wood. I don't know what the hell.
I use the off-brand birth control, and I haven't gotten pregnant, so it works pretty well.
There you go.
What would you say the worst? What would you say the worst knockoff product? Like
Like
store brand orange juice tastes disgusting, even to mix it with
I don't
vodka.
drink orange juice. I can't think of like off-brand.
I would
Soda.
just say toilet paper for sure.
Q-tips are shitty. If you don't get the actual
floss.
Q-tip,
Like floss
it'll like
picks, too.
break.
Yes.
They
Floss is
break
like-
easily.
yeah.
The Q-tips are just like weak.
My dad got me Publix floss picks. Not the same
Yeah.
as the good
I'm a
stuff.
big flosser.
It breaks the second it goes in my. I don't know if I got shit up there.
Maybe your teeth are just really
really close together.
tight.
So I got the knockoff cup, but it's doing fine. It's getting the job
That's
done.
all Brad, cheap ass Brad.
We're gonna move it up on the list because we got breaking news.
Breaking news.
In Washington, D.C., a plane and helicopter collided.
Last night at 9 p.m., a military helicopter drove into an American Airlines plane with 60 passengers on it. I assume there weren't survivors. I know as of this morning there was 18 pronounced dead, and they were still looking for the rest of the people. But it's kind of scary because apparently from the footage, that helicopter just drove straight into it. And it was a
Right.
military helicopter, so they know what they're doing. I don't know what's up. It seems a little shady, but it's obviously just really sad for all of the people
No,
that died.
was the plane landing? It goes,
Yeah, it was just about to land.
It was landing.
so it just missed.
They all went into.
It just seems weird. Like Trump came out an hour ago and was like, "This should not have happened."
Yeah, what did he say? He just said it
he
shouldn't
just
happen.
said they're looking into it. This shouldn't be able to happen here. It was
Right.
basically his thing. Like we need to figure out what went wrong.
Was the guy training? I get all my info from TikTok, so I don't even know what to believe half
I
the
don't
time.
know.
But
I'm not
I
sure.
heard somebody say it was like the
You
guy
better
was
get it while you can
training.
because it won't be around for long.
I'm just kidding, you guys. I watch the news. I swear.
I use Instagram. It's the same thing. But yeah, so I don't know. It's just that's scary that can happen.
Right.
You know, I mean, that's like that hits close to home. It's like anyone could have been on that plane.
They
It was
were
flying to DC.
almost home too.
Yeah.
Our prayers go out to all the
Absolutely.
victims and their families. The lesson is like life is so fragile. Like you have to, try to, enjoy it while you can because you don't know what could happen.
Yeah. You never know. You could just walk across the street and get hit by a bus.
That's true.
I was actually
And
in
if you live,
Sarasota
call
yesterday.
Rejuvenex.
I didn't tell you what
Tom.
happened. I was walking to the Speaks podcast yesterday. I was on Main and Osprey, so right around the corner. And there was a guy in the ground convulsing, like right on the corner of the sidewalk. And he had blood, like gurgling out of his mouth. He was obviously having an overdose, so I called the police. They came within like 5 minutes. He had wet himself on the ground. A guy came by and like tried to push up his body, but he didn't really want like the blood
Was
to
it a
get on him.
hobo?
It looked like a homeless man. Yes.
A man with no home.
He by the time they came, his episode had stopped, and he started to grab his backpack and tried to run away, but he couldn't. He still couldn't really move. Like his face was bloody. There was blood coming out of his mouth. But anyways, the police in Sarasota came within like 5 minutes and grabbed him. I'm not sure what happened, but it was really scary.
Wow.
Yeah.
And he just tried to dip the scene?
Yeah. I think he had a drug problem would be my assumption.
Okay.
I'm amazed that we talk about like now it's a big issue with like government being bloated and too many employees, but I don't have too many reasons to call the police or an ambulance. But when I have, like, they're there in like 2 seconds.
Well, I also had a homeless man follow me home 2 months ago and try to break into my townhouse downtown, which was like weird. Like I lived in New York and Chicago, and this shit never happened.
Right.
And he tried to get in. He had followed me all the way from downtown, and I called the cops. 5 minutes, they were there.
When I fell in
Very
Olive Garden,
responsive.
I want to call
when
who
I
you
fell in
guys were
Olive Garden,
calling.
that ambulance was there in 2 seconds.
You were passed out. You don't even know.
Yeah. No, I got in a hit and run. Somebody like bumped me on the highway.
Did you call TominatorLaw.com?
No, I called the police, and it took them 2.5 hours. I finally said, I got to go to work. Sorry.
That's crazy.
Oh. Yep.
That was here?
Yeah.
Wow.
The big news, though, NFL championships, Eagles
Go Birds!
55, Washington Commanders 23. Wasn't that close. That was destruction.
No, I mean, the first half we looked good, but then once the second half hit and we started to excel, I thought, all right, we're good.
So it's not this Sunday, next Sunday.
Next
it's the Super
Sunday.
Bowl.
Correct. They have 2 weeks for the Super Bowl.
So just prep and get ready.
I'm a diehard Birds fan for anybody out there that didn't know this info.
Tom, what about you?
He said,
the Eagles
Tom,
are gonna
I don't
win.
want to hear anything other than I'm rooting for the Eagles.
I like the Eagles. Like
You like them, but are you voting for them?
I'm rooting for them. Yeah.
Rooting.
The other team is Kansas City beat Buffalo in a close game, 32
yeah, but
to
that was
29.
bogus.
It could have went either way. Came right down to the end. Kansas City's looking. No team has ever won 3 consecutive Super Bowls.
And no team's ever gonna, Tom.
And that's, what's his name? Taylor's
Mahomes
boyfriend.
and,
Yeah.
Travis.
So there's rumors that Taylor Swift is going to come up on stage and sing Bad Blood with, what's his name? Eric? Kendrick Lamar.
This
Do you
is
think
really,
that's true? It's a
oh.
rumor. It's a rumor.
No, I don't think so. I think
She's
keeps
never
it.
done the Super Bowl.
I think
Which
she
is so
keeps it as her man's thing, and she
doesn't want to take away
Yeah,
from
I
him.
don't think she will do that. I don't think it's her style.
Yeah.
but she will be there, I guess. I don't
She
know.
Of
definitely
course.
will be
How
there.
could she not?
I'm there in spirit.
Yeah.
Or if TomNatorLaw.com wants to take the whole
yeah,
office
why
to the
are we
Super Bowl.
sponsoring like getting a box
Yeah,
at
let's
the
get a
Super
blimp.
Bowl? I mean, it's probably only $100K. All right, I think you can do it.
Probably $2,000 per person per ticket.
Yeah.
So that's 20 grand right there.
Well,
Then
we have to do
hotel room,
private
that's
jet.
gonna
All
jack
right,
the
so
price.
we skip out on Hooters for a week
Yeah,
and
then
you
you're
take
good
us
to
to
go.
the Super Bowl.
And
Let's
then
do
the
it.
flights wouldn't be that much, but the hotel would be
And
crazy.
it's obviously
The
for
hotel would
work,
be
so
nuts.
couldn't it be like a
We'd have
tax
to
write-off?
Airbnb
Yeah,
it.
we write it off.
Yeah,
Okay, right
put
off.
me on the ground in a ditch. I don't care. I'm gonna be so drunk.
Morgan and
It
I,
won't
the
matter.
financial advisors over here, are letting you know how to get it done.
Let's go to Gucci and write off
Just
some more.
give us
Yeah.
the credit card. We'll book it.
Right.
Don't look at the bill till next month.
Right. I see nothing wrong with this plan.
Yeah. I mean, it's memories. My dad always said money is for memories.
I have been to a few Super
you like
Bowls,
that?
though.
I like that a lot. That's
good one.
Okay.
It's
He really
it's
does.
something that I think there's certain things that everyone should do once in their life, and Super Bowl is one of them. It's like we're going to Kentucky Derby.
The rush you get from the crowd, and everyone's just so happy to be there.
Right.
It's just a really cool
They're partying
experience.
like crazy.
Yeah, right.
Well, did you
that
see
too.
Philly after they won?
That got a little out of control. Did you see the one kid died?
Yeah, he
Well,
climbed
that's
up the
horrible.
light pole and fell. He's 18, went to Temple.
Yeah, Temple University.
Yeah, how awful.
That's awful.
And he was a really good athlete at Temple, like
what they said.
gymnast.
Yeah.
That's tragic, but the dangerous alcohol. You got to moderation.
Right.
For
Well,
sure.
Philly's
Don't
a
climb a
danger of its
pole
own,
and,
yeah.
just stay on your 2 feet.
Well, they grease them too, so it's hard to get up there. So I don't.
It's like a stripper pole. Like,
Yeah.
I remember when I was a little kid, the Super Bowl started 2 in the afternoon.
And
I think kickoff 6:30.
It's so annoying. It would be a little more convenient if it was at 2 versus 6 because it's also a Sunday.
It typically
People
starts
work
at
the next
6.
day. That is late, but that's the one time a year, the one Sunday I get Trey to drink. So
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Ooh.
I'm excited.
Does he go to work on Monday after?
He will, but he'll
They
be
say it's the
off.
number one call out day.
Yeah, that makes
Oh,
sense.
really? The day after the
mon-
Super Bowl?
They really should just
Wow.
Will
turn it
Joe make
off.
it
Let's
to work
make
out?
it a
What is
holiday.
the line? They have all what they call prop bets. Like first team to kick a field goal.
Right.
You could bet any first team to,
Yeah.
run for first down. My one prop bet is what time will Joe get in the office on Monday?
I don't think
Your
he will.
office is going to be empty, I'm
Yeah,
sure.
I'll be there. TomNatorLaw.com working.
There you
I
go.
will say, no matter how much you drink and go out on a night,
He
you end.
always goes.
I mean, like before my wedding Friday night, he closed the bar
told
down
me that. I
was in the
and then
office.
was working practicing the speech in the morning. I'm like, how'd you?
And the
I
girls
didn't
are
even do
like,
that.
I promised Morgan I wouldn't drink the day of the wedding until after the wedding. So
That's my one
I go
rule.
in the office that
a good
Saturday,
rule.
and the girls are like, "You lied to Morgan." I'm like, "What are you talking about? You said you wouldn't drink the day of the wedding." I said, "No, I haven't." "Yeah, you did, Tom. You closed the bar. It was
drinking at 2.
today."
That's funny.
Freaking lawyers in that office.
Yeah, that's I made an exception for that. It's okay.
I'm excited. I think the Eagles, like, I've been down on Kansas City. Like, maybe their fans are like, shut up, Tominator. I don't think they're as good as the last two, and I mean, I respect them, what they've done. Their quarterback's great.
think they
but
get
I
lucky.
actually think the Eagles are much the best.
I
don't think
agree.
they win this close. I think the Eagles win this game.
Kansas City's
Saquon,
favored by
they have
1.5.
no answer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know how Kansas City's favored.
I
see it.
know how, but it makes sense. But I just think that they're always favored just because they wanted Taylor Swift there, and
Yeah.
they have a lot of attraction to
Kansas
them.
City has a
and
good defense. I mean, they do, but I just think the Eagles are loaded.
I think we're gonna crush some dreams next
Well,
Sunday.
I think the Eagles win by 2 touchdowns. Let's
Really?
write that.
That's a lot.
Let's take
2
that right
touchdowns.
now.
Well, you already
Clip
lost
it.
your original bet was Miami, so let's not forget.
Let's shifting gears into politics. They're having what they call Senate confirmation hearings for Trump's cabinet, which is, I would never watch that, never have watched it, but it's funny stuff. Like, now, Robert F. Kennedy Jr. he's Trump nominated him to be head of Health and Human Services, which is a huge government, I guess a huge,
Didn't he already get a red dye band? Isn't that what it was?
and both sides are ripping him because he was a Democrat, but now he's with Trump.
Here's the thing: people's minds change as they get older, as they learn more,
Fully
as they
develop.
have different experiences. Like, you
Right.
are not the same person at 20, 40, 60, 80. You
Right.
gain experiences over life. So
I
I don't
agree.
think people should be punished for changing their views. I
And he
just
has
think it's
something-
weird when people get upset about that. It's like, well,
Yeah.
they learned something new and they changed their opinion based on that.
Right.
I mean, the Republicans are killing him about, he's always been in favor of abortion. The Democrats are killing him about autism, which he's always been like a big, controversial about cause of autism. Food, the safety of our food. He's taking it from both sides.
Well, I would love him to
I
fix
definitely
the safety
think
of our food.
the food definitely needs to be.
I mean,
Fixed for sure.
Speaking of getting our news on social media, on Instagram, I keep seeing these memes, and it shows like Gatorade from 20 years ago versus now, and Edie's ice cream then versus now, and peanut butter, and how the ingredients used to be so simple. Like, everything was like 5 to 6 ingredients, and now it's like 15 plus
Right.
for the same product. And we're just adding shit, adding chemicals, adding food dye.
Why do
and
we
then
do that,
people are
though?
getting cancer more than ever before,
Right.
and we're ingesting horrible things for our body. So I am fully on board with getting chemicals and bad shit out of our food and drinks.
I agree.
I mean, what you eat and consume is so important to your health. Everyone should care about that.
And if you do eat bad food, TominatorLaw.com. Oh, no, it's just. I did one like that where someone got poisoned. They went to hospital for
Oh,
2
the
days.
chocolate bar.
Yeah, I got.
Don't talk about it. It's so
I don't want
gross.
to get sued. That's confidential client privilege, but
I don't even know what I'm talking about.
but Kennedy, I guess, has something wrong with his voice. Like he
He has one of those weird voices.
He has a rare condition in his throat, and it's when he talks, it like
It makes
expands
it hard to listen.
It's awful, yeah.
Because he has good things to say, but I'm like,
But I guess
ears.
somebody
He
came
sounded
out.
like an Eagles fan the day after the game.
Oh,
Yeah, he's
really?
like
Did you ever
permanently-
go to a rock concert and like the next day your voice was almost...
Okay, speaking of bad voices, recently at the inauguration, Billy Ray Cyrus. Has anyone seen that video of his performance?
Right, a lot of people came out and said that he's got major problems and stuff. It wasn't good.
It was like if you'd been on a 6-day drinking and drug bender and he completely lost his voice. He could barely speak and he was singing on stage for 12 minutes.
It was awful.
He couldn't have any tune to it. It was really bad that actually, and it gets sad, one of his sons posted on Instagram afterwards.
I saw that.
Basically being like, Dad, it's very obvious you're struggling. Like, we've been estranged with you for years. And I have a feeling I know what you're going through and what your issues are. And I'd really love to be there to help you. It was actually really sad, but I can't believe he was on stage for that long.
Right.
You know why Billy
Somebody
Ray is
should've grabbed
famous
it.
other than being Miley's father?
Achy breaky heart.
Like, he really I can't believe you know that. I'm
One
impressed.
hit wonder.
Yeah.
That was a big hit in the 90s. You Break Your Heart. I remember that song at the bars. Let's talk about Rihanna's boyfriend is on trial. Do you know who Rihanna's boyfriend is?
ASAP Rocky.
Wait, I don't know anything about this.
Yeah.
I
What
didn't know until
for?
Tom told me to.
Tom, give me the juice.
He's on trial for assault with a semi-automatic weapon. He shot at a friend, and he's on trial. And Rihanna's in court to support her man.
Did the guy die?
No,
Or you just shot at him
no,
and
it's
missed?
assault. He didn't kill him.
Do we know what the altercation was? Over?
Yeah.
I don't know. It was
Can
another
we-
rapper, ASAP something else. I guess apparently there's a lot of ASAP rappers. I don't know what that's about, but
So the ASAPs were at battle. Gotcha.
so anyway, he's on
So he
trial.
shot
So
and
the
missed?
friend, yeah, that's assault. I mean, like if assault is attempt,
It was
to do-
attempted.
Yeah.
Right. So can we not, as from a lawyer perspective, just say
it's not no harm,
fired?
no foul.
Yeah.
He accidentally fired.
yeah.
It's
His
not no
finger
harm.
slipped. He was.
Yeah, I'd love to see what he has to say about that.
Ow.
Basically, assault to simplify it is attempted battery.
Did the other guy have a gun?
I don't know.
Can we say that he was in harm's way and it was
He's arguing
defense?
self-defense with his
Yeah.
semi-automatic weapon.
ASAP
Really.
Relly.
I think him and Rhianna have maybe 2 kids
They do
together.
have 2 kids. Yep.
Oh, that's her. Okay, got it.
Yeah, that's her baby,
Baby daddy.
Now here's someone that neither of you will ever heard of. You have to be even older than me. There was a singer in the '60s, Marianne Faithfull, and she dated Mick Jagger. That was her claim to fame. So they wrote a song for her called "As Tears Go By," and it was a top 10 hit for her and for the Stones because they recorded it after her. But she died 78 years old, and
Like recently?
yeah, I think yesterday.
Oh, wow.
But she was gorgeous. Like if you YouTube her, I mean, just a beautiful.
old was she?
78.
Oh.
That's the one thing that's
I feel like
weird.
that's not that
These
old.
legends, these people are old. Like Mick
did
Jagger's like 80.
When do you die? Like, when's the average?
I think the average age is like, well, women
74?
women live longer.
Obviously.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because we're caring better
74?
But I actually heard women die sooner now, or sorry, women lose more years on their life because of the stress of men and children. Dead serious. This is a fact. Men drive us crazy.
that 1,000%.
And we take care of the kids in the house, and we take all of that
Right.
stress. And so because of the stress, we take years off of
74?
our life.
I'm thinking I'm like gonna kick it until I'm like at least 85.
Well, if we get rid of all the chemicals in our food,
right.
we might be living longer.
Well, I want to live. Everyone wants to live long, but my only fear is not dying young. Is being like incapacitated.
I don't want to be crapping my pants.
That's why
and,
you
like,
got to go to the
walking around.
gym and start lifting.
I mean, like,
That's right.
Build your muscle.
No, you're right.
Because you'll see, like, you could see a 75-year-old who's like super healthy. Like my parents are always like golfing and running around,
How
and they
old's your
look great.
mom?
They're 73.
Your mom's
She looks like
great.
Yeah, because they're really active. But then
She
you could
looks
see
like
another
you, but
73-year-old that like are hunched over and they can't move, and
Right.
it's because they stopped moving.
Well,
like
if
you
you
need
heard
to
that-
use
there-
your body.
There was a famous actor when I was a kid, Dick Van Dyke, and movies, TV shows, and everything. Even going into the 2000s, he's 99, I think, and he goes to the gym every day. And he was a bad alcoholic for years. He quit drinking, and they asked him, "What's your secret?" He goes, "I was I was in bad shape." He goes, He lifts weights every day."
I gotta
Yeah.
get myself back in the gym,
That's
guys. My best friend told me that a drink a day increases breast cancer by 15%. I said, I'll take those odds.
Yeah.
We got to draw the line
I
somewhere.
can't give that.
I said, you can't win them all. You pick and choose.
What
You're
about
not
5 drinks a day?
That's what I said. I said, all right, well, if I put them all into a Friday night,
Well,
does
that's
that
no
make a
problem because I ain't
difference?
drinking one.
Yeah.
So Marianne Faithfull, dead at the age of 78. YouTube, that's just a great love song as tears go by. Now, the big news is these ICE raids. You know, they're scooping up illegals like all over the place, and like I talked about this before. I'm conflicted about that. Like they're breaking the law. You know, I didn't make the law. Trump didn't make the law. You know, the law has been there. But I hate to see people just getting scooped up for, you know, not. I don't want to say they're not doing anything wrong.
It's tough because, like, with crime in general, it would be like, well, don't arrest that person for what they did, and now everyone will keep doing it.
Right.
So there is a fine line there. I don't know. It's a touchy subject. But didn't he put a bunch of Colombians on a plane, sent them there? They wouldn't accept them, so he said, screw you, I'm doubling your tariff.
And then they said,
And
okay,
then he
we'll
said,
take
all right,
them.
take them, send them back. Yeah.
Did you see Trump? And this has happened historically. Like Trump's proposing like sending criminals to like another country, like a penal colony.
What's the penal
Like
colony?
Oh,
that
no
goes back to
way.
like hundreds of years ago. Like England, Australia was a penal colony.
Wow.
Like, you know, the British didn't want their prisoners, so they owned Australia. You know,
But it's okay, so you send them there, but like, and
Giving
then
more
they're
to the
free
flies.
there?
Yeah, like what goes on?
Do we
They
still have
just
to
all,
pay to
like-
take
No,
care
they
of them?
just
Because
said-
then what's the difference?
Yeah.
Now you have to get employees out there. Who the hell is going to go to the penal
Right.
colony to live and work?
Right.
so anyway,
Unless you're hiring people from that.
Australia was a penal colony. France had penal colonies. Like
So
they
is
were-
it a jail and they just put them there on this,
there's a jail there.
What
and
problem
they
does
go
this solve?
into the jail?
Like, what is the reason?
It's
he has
way
a purpose?
cheaper.
Oh, okay.
Like so,
There you go.
so like, let's just say we picked up some, you know, kind of like wasteland. I don't want to put down any location, but say, I don't know. Well, we're going to talk about in a second. Greenland. We don't own Greenland. Denmark does, but Greenland's the largest island in the world. It's mostly ice, but it does have natural resources and has strategic value to the military. But if we sent like all prisoners to Greenland,
We're just going to have a bunch of ice cubes.
and go at it, have fun, you know.
Yeah.
But Trump's proposing that, like sending criminals to like some penal colony somewhere.
I don't care. I go for it.
But they picked up almost 1,000 people on Sunday alone in the U.S.
So are these people that snuck in illegally and have just been living here for a bit, like they're
Yeah.
taking their kids?
Yeah, how does that work? Because if you're born here, aren't you automatically
But they're changing that. I think it's called like birthright. So technically, let's say you lived in Mexico and you were illegal. Well, you snuck into America illegally, but you were pregnant and you give birth here. Your child becomes a U.S. citizen. And so the issue people kind of have with that is like, well, everyone pregnant is going to sneak here, give birth, because that's a little
Right.
workaround way to have
Yeah.
your child become a U.S. citizen. So I think they have been talking about taking that away. Like
Really?
you can't sneak in here to give birth, so then your baby becomes a citizen.
Right.
If you're illegal and you give birth, they are not a citizen.
right?
And
I
I've
think
shared
that's
this before,
changing.
like, on the one hand, like I think people need to comply with the law or change the law. But on the other hand, I mean, I wouldn't want to live in some of these places these people come from.
They have good reason
Even
to
Mexico,
try.
even me, I know so many people that I'm going on vacation in Mexico. Oh, it's so great. You know, I won't go to Mexico.
Yeah.
Like even
Right.
if it's Tulum or something, have fun. I'll go to Hawaii, USA. I'll give my dollars to USA.
All right.
But so I don't know. It's a tough situation. What do you think about the purchase of Greenland? Trump's trying to buy Greenland.
What's the price going for?
Well, the U.S. has been trying to get Greenland for a long time. In 1946, we offered them $100 million for it. Denmark said no.
And is the only reason because he wants to put the prisoners there?
No, it's got military value,
Okay.
and
Sure.
and also
Oil.
it's got natural resources.
If it's a positive, then yeah, I don't have.
Doesn't
an
he
issue.
want
But
to
they're
all of a
saying
sudden have Canada as well?
So he's talking about just taking. He
Did
wants
you
to
see
make
that?
Canada the 51st
Oh, it was?
state.
I was like, what is this?
Canada already said, screw that. We don't want to be a U.S. state. We want to be Canadian. So that's out. But he proposed that. What do you think about Gulf of America?
I think that's fine. But how do you change something like that?
What's going on with the Gulf of America?
Owns the
Can we
rights to
talk
the
about that,
name?
please?
You know what I mean? Like, it's just called that. So you could just go change it in a history book because they feel like it. Like, how do you actually change that name?
My feeling is, don't we have more important stuff to worry about than
Yes.
changing the name to Gulf of America? Like,
I
I
agree.
will
All the
agree with
problems
that
that we
100%. We have all this shit going on, and he's like,
Hey, we're worried about
Gulf
the
of
Super Bowl.
America. Right.
I worry about my Super Bowl party. I mean, what you talking about Gulf of America?
Yeah, you should get the balloons that have eagles on them. I saw them at Publix today.
Oh, nice.
I thought about getting them, and I was like, oh, they're going to be deflated by then. I got to order
Yeah.
in advance. Yeah.
You got to pre-order those balloons.
Right.
Go Birds.
Go Birds.
The Philadelphia Eagles. Oops.
Oh.
There's nothing left. No spillage. Is that a word, spillage?
Sounds like it.
It is now. So that's like, for many people, that's like the biggest holiday of the year. Is not Christmas or Easter or Thanksgiving. It's the Super Bowl.
It is for me because my team's in, but when it's a team I don't like, I don't care.
But it's a late night. I mean, but the halftime's longer than obviously any other game of the year. So
Right.
I mean, that game's not going to be over till probably like almost like at least 10:30 at night.
Yeah.
That's a long day. I guess
Especially if you start with brunch.
I'm supposed to.
Yeah.
I'm supposed to play golf Sunday morning with like a group of like a whole bunch of guys.
Yeah, that's fun.
And then we're gonna go to a
You'll
bar.
be drinking really early, Tom.
Will I make it to kickoff?
I don't know.
Take an Adderall.
Tom gets drunk and says he's got all this gas in the tank, and then he goes missing because he goes to bed. So I don't know.
So I don't know. I think I covered everything for today. So these raids are supposed to continue. I actually have. I'm not going to divulge any. I have at least one client I know is illegal, and I feel for him. He's worried.
Better watch it. They're
Well,
gonna
and
come after
like you said, you have to put it in perspective. What if you lived in one of those countries and it was a really, really bad situation? You're just
I
desperate
agree.
to get out. So it's hard to think of it that way because we already live here and we're lucky for that.
There was a Neil Diamond song when I was a kid. It's called America, like, and that's what it's about. Like, they're coming to America, like. It was about immigration, like,
Well, now I'm thinking about Selena Gomez's little cry fest on social media. Did you see that?
No, what she did?
So when a lot of the people got deported this week, she took a video of herself like uncontrollably sobbing, like, I am so sorry, like my people, they were taken away. I will do anything I can. And then she posted it, and a lot of people had thoughts about one,
she's not
crying
those are her
and
people.
filming it and posting it on social media, which a lot of people do nowadays, which is interesting. And two, they're like, you're crying about, people that were potentially violent criminals getting sent away
Right.
from our country. And so people were making fun of her like all over. And other politicians were coming at her hard, and then she was going back. Like, yeah.
Oh, she was going back?
She was kind of clawing back at
Wow.
them. Yeah.
if you ever watch, like,
Her PR team.
if you ever
Where
see
are they at?
Tried to delete it. It's too late.
videos of
Already
these border
everywhere.
places, though, it's like scary.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I don't, like it's just people running across like constantly, and and then law enforcement trying to catch them, and like
God, what a horrible job to have.
Yeah, that is sad.
when I became an attorney, like I never really planned on working for anyone but me, and but they needed attorneys. The government needed attorneys down there, I guess, to prosecute these people. Like, it was pretty good pay. I actually thought about. I didn't apply, but I thought about it because it's good. It's good retirement, like, and
Right.
benefits, and you really can't screw up.
Yeah.
Okay, you lose one, no one's gonna care.
Right.
But I didn't do it, so I'm not a. There's a lot of.
Did you always have Tominator law?
Well, we didn't call it that at first. How did that? I'm trying to think. I think Morgan was influential in Tominator law using that.
Yeah.
Like,
well, it's such a good name.
Right.
It's better than the law office of
it
Thomas
started
J.
with
Churchill.
Yeah.
with
You know?
a couple of bartenders that I've known for years started always call me Tominator, and then I had a marketing firm that I used to work with, and I guess they would see stuff posted online, and I would go in once a month for a meeting, and they go, "What's with this Tominator stuff?" I'm like, "Just ignore that." You know, some bartenders call me that, and they're like, "Oh no, we love it."
Yeah. It's catchy.
Some people on the town.
Yeah.
So that's how that started. Most people get a kick out of it.
Yeah, I think it's great.
All right. Well, I think we're going to have an abbreviated episode today. We covered the important points of the weather. It's for those living in the Northeast and the Midwest. You should hop a flight to Sarasota. I'll give a shout out to Sarasota tourism, and you can take me to Hooters and buy me wings,
Yeah.
and bask in the beautiful 78
Right.
degree
The
weather.
weather is back.
We had our little cold snap. We should be good from here on out, I would think.
You think so? You don't think it's gonna get cold again?
Now, I looked at the 10-day, and it's like 78 every day.
Oh, thank God.
I could go for one more cold night. You know? No, everybody's over
It's
it.
been miserable.
Oh. The mornings stink because I have to walk to my car to
Yeah.
get to work. That's annoying. But the nighttime, I like a little jacket, stroll.
I don't really have enough warm weather clothes.
I don't really either.
No.
Work
Like,
clothes
even
wise, I've
long-sleeve
been
shirts.
hosed.
Yeah, I guess I still have all mine. They're like in the downstairs room because I never use them.
Right.
Like, they have to go out and buy more long sleeve shirts.
Yeah, maybe just a couple.
But I'm also in New Jersey, in Tominator Law, New Jersey. So when I
Have
go
you been up there
there,
recently?
March, I'm going to be for my New Jersey
It's still gonna be chilly
clients.
then, right?
I'll be up there March 13th, 14th, 15th, going to a what you call like a conference with other lawyers, like speaking.
Yeah.
Are you speaking?
Yeah, I'm speaking. Yeah.
Oh shit.
They invited me.
Oh, nice.
He's gonna be writing the speech on the plane.
I'll be writing the speech on the plane.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
That's your vibe.
Direct flight from Sarasota to Newark.
That's the best.
Yeah, that is a good
United
flight.
Airlines. Shout out to United. Maybe they'll sponsor us.
Right.
Or at least give me an extra free drink or something.
Right.
Yeah. Well, I heard United Airlines now serves Magnolia Bakery banana pudding on their flights.
Is that a big thing?
Yeah, it's
Oh, I've
all
never
over
had
New
it.
York. It is so good, their banana pudding.
Oh, I'll
and
have to
so
try it. I
yeah,
like
they're
banana
like
pudding.
known for it. But apparently they serve it on those flights now.
Have you ever gone to Shake Shack?
Absolutely. I used to
they
live
have
right
one
next to
here.
the outdoor one in Madison Square Park. It was like the best location.
The Shake Shack's growing fast.
Yeah, they're
I think
really
there's
good.
one here, right?
There's one at
Yeah.
UTC.
Shake Shack. I went there when I lived up there.
What the hell?
I said, no profanity. This is a family program.
Morgan says the F word every other sentence.
I
Give
can't
me a
help
break.
it.
Yeah.
We have to bleep that out.
Yeah, whatever.
I'm starving. I haven't eaten all day.
Really?
When you get old, you start thinking about what you're going to eat more
You know
than.
what I did the other day? I never get Chick-fil-A breakfast. I really was like, Chick-fil-A breakfast
Yeah.
sounds
Oh, it's
so
good. The egg whites you got to get.
9:30 in the morning, I get it. I get my little Arnold Palmer. I pick it up. The bitch didn't put the cap on all the way.
Oh, no.
Drops it back in the cup holder all over. You guys, there was nothing I could do. I just sat there soaking wet with the tea, eating my hash browns because I was just like,
I think we're gonna.
I don't want to deal
we
with
gotta
this.
file our lawsuit.
Oh my god, I literally was
That's
so upset.
horrible.
I had to go to Home Goods. I was buying towels.
Oh
I
my
sat on this
God.
pink towel all day.
That is
I think
so
we need
funny.
to file a lawsuit.
Sue
That ruined
somebody
your
because
whole-
it
Yeah.
was the worst day of my life. I'll tell you that.
The stress. We'll have to send you to a psychiatrist.
I need therapy after that day. I was sticky
Traumatic.
all day. I was wiping my
Yeah,
legs
that
with
is
Clorox
awful.
wipes. I don't
That's
even
so
know. I thought I
gross.
was going to get a disease or something.
When I had my fall at Olive Garden, I'm telling the adjuster, like the adjuster was cool. Like I didn't sue him or anything, and
You've had a couple of falls.
like I was on. He was just like, "Where are you going?" I was going to Hooters to watch the NCAA tournament. It was a Friday night, and I was really excited. You know, I really wanted to watch the basketball, and I said to the adjuster, I missed the NCAA tournament because I said, they're like, well, what's that worth? I'm like, to some people,
lot.
that's worth a lot.
Yeah.
When I was a kid, like, if our Little League games got rained out, like, that was, like, devastating.
Right.
And the reason I mentioned that is I had a girl that was got in an accident, and she was a cheerleader, like competitive cheer, like colleges where you can get college scholarships for that. You guys probably know that.
Yeah.
I didn't know that until that case. Like, really? And so I'm telling the adjuster, look, she might have blown her full ride, 4-year scholarship
True.
because she had to miss the year of cheer.
That's actually a good point.
Did you win that point or
Yeah,
no?
I got it
You
paid.
did?
We got
Wow.
it paid.
Wow.
The adjuster, I was like, I don't know. I could put like $100,000 value on that 1 year of cheer.
Any minor inconvenience in my life, I'm just going to call you and run it by you just to see if there's anybody we can shake for some coin.
Yeah,
here.
right.
We only get what we're entitled to. We don't want a penny more,
Yeah.
but we don't want a penny less.
Correct.
That's our job.
Okay.
That's what I guarantee my clients. We will fight to get you. I had a guy yesterday, really interesting guy, but he said, look, I don't want one nickel more than I deserve.
But he
It
wants
was
what
for
he
his
deserves.
house. His house got damaged in the hurricane. He goes, but I don't want one nickel less. I said, all right,
That's nice.
that's great. We're still getting these hurricane cases, like because insurance companies, it happened
It
in
takes
October.
time to-
Right.
Now they're finding out they're not getting paid.
Yeah.
So they're calling me now.
They should have called you to begin with.
Now they're finding out they're getting screwed.
Yeah.
But the insurance companies like me because I'm not crazy. Like I'm not asking for double. I just,
Right.
hey, let's just work it out. Let's be fair. Everybody go away, you know. All right. Well, I think that about does it. So the next week will be our post. Oh no, will be our.
No.
Well, next week will be
Pre-
our Super Bowl in-depth preview episode.
Yes.
Coming attract. Did you guys watch TV shows when you were a kid that you would have coming attractions at the end? Like say next week on Charlie's Angels. Do you know what Charlie's Angels are? But
Yes.
Yeah.
that was like a show. And I used to like really be excited at the end when the coming attractions would come on for next week.
Like the previews for the next
Yeah,
episode?
they
I don't
chose
think I
scenes
ever-
from
I don't know if I ever
Had those.
referred it to as coming
I was on
attraction.
to the next by that point,
But,
I think.
They would have preview, and so our preview is next week will be the Tominator Super Bowl preview episode where we'll probably even talk about prop bets. You know, like the first team to get like you can bet like, do you know what a safety is?
Yeah.
You get 2 points if you tackle the other team's quarterback in the end zone, or it could be any player, running back. But if you bet like on a safety, you could get like 10-1 odds
Right.
that there'll be a safety, or like there's all kinds. The coin toss. You know what? My friend bet the 1 year Lady Gaga did it. You can bet how long the national anthem takes.
That is a big one.
Like how long they sing it for?
Yeah.
Right.
And they'll put like an over under like 1 minute and 50 seconds. So if it takes longer than that,
Do we know who's singing it this year?
I don't know.
We should.
Because then you would kind of watch
I know
like
1 year
how
it
their
was Lady
style
Gaga.
is.
Did you see her in Burger King with her fiance?
No.
In California. Yeah, so it's in a rural area of California. It must have been like driving instead of flying somewhere. And she's in there dressed in right plain clothes, like you wouldn't know it's Lady Gaga at all. And it's a Burger King. She's got the Burger King cup, and the boyfriend's in the bathroom. So she's just waiting, not seated, like waiting in front of the counter, walking around. And then the boyfriend comes out, or fiance, I guess it is, and there's this girl comes in. You can tell she looked Hispanic, and Lady Gaga smiles at her, and they walk out. And then the girl realizes it was Lady Gaga, and the girl turns around.
Oh my
You have to
God,
watch
that
the
would
lines.
be
Pretty
cool.
funny
I'm gonna
clip.
look it
Yeah.
up.
I'll look it
It's a
up.
pretty good clip. Imagine seeing Lady Gaga on a Burger King.
Yeah,
in,
that'd
like,
be the last place
Right.
you would
in,
ever
like
expect.
some rural place, like say seeing Lady Gaga on like a Burger King, like Lakeland.
Right.
So that would be funny. I'd ask her if she needed a good lawyer. Is what I would
Bet
do.
I'm
you
sure
would.
she's got a few.
I'm sure she's got plenty.
Right. Add one to the mix.
Well, you never can have too many.
That's true.
All right. Well, thanks again, ladies. Great to have you here again. We'll see you at our Super Bowl preview episode next week.
Can't wait. Thank you.
Bye.